Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here?
Here.
Here. Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of May 9th, 2024.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 5, bid openings. I don't see any. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Anybody? Okay, we're going to, instead of starting with correspondence, we're going to move down to number 10, old business. And we're going to start with letter A, status for 847-117.
All right, good morning to the board.
Good morning.
So we were last here on April 11th. Mr. Luter reported that on February 27th, he had inspected the property and there wasn't much progress. Mr. Sears did appear. He mentioned that there was framing, but needs insulation and drywall. Mr. Sears said he may have to do it himself. He will maintain the property and start working on the walls, and we set a 30-day date for today. As you know, we've been on statuses back to 2022 on this property. I did get a email from a neighbor that said, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, that we're kind of tired of no progress, and at this point, even though it's a beautiful and historic place, we'd like to see it knocked down. So I just say that just to give the board the flavor of, at least we're getting some complaint from the neighborhood that it's not done. Now, I haven't been out there to look at it to see if it's being maintained or not, but I know that Mr. Sears did promise that he would maintain the outside. And of course, we've been working with them to make sure that the inside continues to be done. It seems like it's framed, but again, that shouldn't take 2 years. So I'm curious to hear what the homeowners are thinking and where they're at.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Good morning, everybody. I'm Michael Triano with Cavara Plumbing. I'm related to Brian, as some of you may or may not know. Just wanted to read this that Brian wrote, and then I can just give real quick opinion on the statement Mr. Smith made regarding the property. In my opinion, it's not unsightly. It is maintained. I don't think it should be tore down personally. Obviously, that's a biased statement, but I mean, if it's not unsightly, why tear it down? Yes, you guys have been extraordinarily patient. I'm grateful. I know he's grateful. It's a money thing, and things have been tough. Good morning. This is to verify that I, meaning Brian, made progress since our last meeting. I wish to inform you of my progress. Pulled a permit in order to insulate lower walls only and spent an additional $3,500 on materials with Cavara Plumbing Insulation. That's true. All of the lower half of the building has been insulated. As of early next week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I will be hiring, meaning Brian will be hiring a contractor, and we'll spend an additional $15,000 for them to do a combination of spray foam and bat insulation to meet code requirements in the higher vaulted ceilings. These are very high at approximately 20 plus feet. Please see the estimate, which I did provide, or I will provide to Mr. Smith. Brian was given permission from Hammond to make a roof repair at the chimney personally in order to stop the water intrusion. I will begin repairing this next week as well, weather permitting. If we need to get with Bill Luter and Nick Farrell in order to make sure that everything's on the up and up regarding the permit and pulling of that, if he needs to do that as a small percentage of repair, then we'll do so. That's been the big holdup. I wanted to inform everyone that I personally have been working on that issue for a long, long time to no avail. I cannot find a contractor that wants to touch that roof. It's a metal roof. Chimney is in questionable condition. There will be a little tuck pointing there. We'll need to custom make a flashing kit for that. He'll need to take the roof system apart, which is metal. He'll have to replace 3 sheets of plywood, weather it, ice and water, back to a custom kit once the metal's back in place, and that should do it. I can verify call logs, people I talked to, emails, people that ghosted me, people that never sent me estimates. Everything was professional. There were no issues. I just don't believe anyone wanted to touch it. So if that's ever an issue, I can provide documentation for that. Brian wishes to ask if you would please allow him to keep moving forward with his renovations. He can, of course, continue coming here, providing verification of that progress. And then I think he would greatly appreciate that. Would you like to say anything?
I love this building. I'm going to keep working on it. And we'll keep going forward.
I had a couple questions, if I could, for the owners and Mr. Triana, because I think he was involved in this. In September last year, Mr. Triana did another presentation for the board, and there was a discussion of several permits, and I just wanted to ask him if this work's been done. So this is from last September. There was a permit B23-174, which is for install metal door and repair limestone and brick around the door.
That was completed.
And it is inspected?
I don't know. Did you call for inspection? I wasn't involved. I also run a small company, so I'm working outside of this as well. Did you ever call for inspection for that for that metal front door? But you did have the permit pulled.
Personally, I did not call.
Okay, so if we could call for an inspection
We
on
will
that,
call
please.
for an
All right.
inspection.
Next permit was B21-2392, prepare exterior door rough openings and install new exterior door.
That was, yeah, part
Okay.
of that. Yep,
And as of last September, there were no inspections on that. So just touch base with Bill Luter.
will do.
All right, and another one was B19-2511, replacing front door rough framing and insulation. I assume that's been done.
Yeah, I do believe so, yes.
Okay. And then electric, E22-196, electrical upgrade and smoke detectors. Rough inspection passed back in 2022.
Right, and there was a plumbing inspection long ago, which I and my brother were not a part of. I'm going to be re-pulling that when we get to the final. We have a very complex radiant floor system Brian spent a ton of money on. I need to tie the manifold in at some point. It's radiant floor heat through at least 3,000 square feet. That's to heat the entire building, hopefully with a backup HVAC system. So I'm also going to be seeking out bids for that, which will be considerable. There will be at some point engineered hardwood throughout, obviously drywall, all finishes. Gas is essentially there with the plumbing already to the fireplace. So, I mean, in essence, we're kind of at that halfway point. It's just money's been a son of a gun, and I'm sure Brian would love to not have to come here anymore. And I'm certainly going to keep pushing him to do the right thing and make sure Hammond's happy. And, you know, eventually, hopefully the neighbors will say, hey, it took forever, but, you know, we're glad we didn't tear it down. I think personally that would be a mistake, but that's my opinion. Thank you very much for your time.
I think photos would be helpful next time we have a status, like have Mr. Luter or Mr. Sears or Mr. Triana submit some photos to the board so you all can see it.
Yes.
You know, the city doesn't have any objection to a status date as long as we, you know, continue to see progress. I think that's a good thing. I don't know if, I know Mr. Pajic's here. Have you got a call for cut and clean at that address?
I have not received any recent complaints about the property, and if I do, I usually reach out to Mr. Triana immediately or Mr. Sears to inform them.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to interrupt
Yeah,
you,
you're
Kevin.
fine.
Grass will be cut. I'm going to make sure of it. I'm hiring someone from my personal home, and they are going to be going right to the library. And Brian has several other properties. I'm going to try to get those as well so that Chris isn't calling me for, you know, it getting a little out of hand with the weeds and what have you.
Okay, so I think we're going to set a status date, and you mentioned money being a problem, but, and I understand that, but there has to be constant progress. If there's not, then we're going to be back here and we're going to have a problem that time. So
We're going to be spending $15,000 in the next half down, half on completion this Monday.
okay,
And as far as the outside goes, I personally cut the lawn, I maintain the hedges, I've got flowers growing.
very important. That's very important for the neighbors. So, well, how far do you want to go?
60?
60 days? July 25th?
I'll be out that week. Can we go?
August, you want to go later then? August 1st?
Sure.
August 1st?
Motion to set the matter for status for August 1st, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Guys,
all.
Make sure you keep going, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, letter B, status for 1315 170th Street.
Good morning, board.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hawkins.
Thank you.
So we have a removal of a rear unit here. I'm really surprised the owner isn't here because he was informed that we were going to be presenting today. He's been working with us every step of the way. The actual removal is done. We just have to do final inspections on it. And so he's up for rental registrations as well, so I'm really surprised he's not here. Well, this illegal unit has been in use.
Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
Oh, he's on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Mosa Mansour then is present then. Okay. So the illegal unit has been in use, it appears, since 2015. And what we have is, in the pictures there, we have no building permit, no contractor license, specifically no permit for plumbing work was issued, also no license obtained for work on the rear unit to build the kitchen. There was the only thing separating it's a single-family home, and the only thing separating the front from the rear, which was made the illegal unit, was a regular interior door, an entry door from the front apartment to the rear apartment. That's in the pictures there as well. That's a non-fire rated door, was used to separate the front from the rear, so there's no unit separation. There's also pictures there kind of showing the entry into the rear unit from the front, and you can see that the door assembly is just kind of a normal door assembly instead of a fire rated door assembly. We have, I've submitted to you the notice of violation, and I'm not sure really what else I have to say at this point, but do you have any questions about it?
No, you just need us to approve the removal of the apartment?
That's it.
Okay. We're good then.
Okay.
Can we see, is the person on Zoom, do we know if he's on there?
Jake, can you see that?
I just have him there, I don't know who that is. Hang on.
It's probably Mosa.
Yes, I got a Mosa Mansour on Zoom, yes.
Okay, can you just make sure he understands that all we're doing right now is approving the removal of the unit?
Yeah, he should be able to hear. He
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
There you go.
Okay, do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have any questions?
None at all. Jason's been good with me. We've been on, basically talking to each other, and we're working with each other to get that done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep. I'm still here for the rental stickers, so I'll just unmute whenever you guys call me again.
Okay, we'll be right with you. Thank you. Yeah, the removal, yeah.
Motion to approve the removal.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Board.
you.
Okay, now we're going to move back up to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting promotions of the following officers and pay adjustments effective May 15th, 2024. Lieutenant to Captain, Robert Repay and Stephen Kellogg. Master Sergeant to Lieutenant, Michael Schmidt. Sergeant to Master Sergeant, Frank Eggers. Corporal to, hold on here. Yeah. Corporal to Master Sergeant Enrique Cook. Corporal to Sergeant Daniel Drudge and Brendan O'Neill. And the resignation of IDAX Coordinator Doreen Poole, effective close of business May 10th, 2024, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Felix Gonzalez, Director of Public Works, requesting a no dumping sign be placed at Columbia Park, submitted for approval. Full support. Okay.
Motion to approve.
And I second that.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting advertising dates of May 23rd, 2024 and May 30th, 2024, with bid opening of June 13th, 2024 for the Indianapolis Boulevard SR 152 and Hammond Sportsplex project, submitted for approval.
So the title of this is a bit peculiar. It's the traffic signal that we're proposing to install between the YMCA and the Sportsplex on the boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
So we're asking for you to let us advertise and solicit proposals for this work. We expect it to be, I think, around $1 million to do all this work. And It's urgently needed. We'd like to get the project completed by the 1st of November, right before the YMCA opens for full operation.
Gotcha.
So I'd ask for your approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Letter D, correspondence received from St. Margaret Mary Church requesting street closures for procession of Corpus Christi Day on June 2nd, 2024, from 1 PM to 1:45 PM.
We should be done, I hope. Yeah, by 1 o'clock, yeah. Mr. Button, we should be done by 1 o'clock for that, with the triathlon on Sunday the 2nd, right?
Yeah, they'll be off.
Okay, okay, all
Okay.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, correspondence received from Megan Flores, Controller, requesting a change order for the LaSalle abatement work in the amount of $52,023.
Motion to approve the change order.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, correspondence received from St. Casimir Parish, requesting permission to have traffic control on June 2nd, 2024, Sunday, June 2nd, 2024, from 1:45 PM to 3:30 PM for their 18th annual Corpus Christi procession with attached route.
Well, that's 2 of them for that day. Right?
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
In Mad
when that
Maze.
other one ends though, so it's almost perfect.
Good, yeah, okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members.
No, sir.
Okay. And you guys didn't make it a complete debacle.
Yeah. Avoid
thank you.
debacles at all costs.
Number 9, new business. Letter A, request from 18th Street Brewery and Foreign Local Brewery to close off Oakley at the tracks and Fayette Street on Friday, May 17th, 2024, to host an event.
Regrettably, we just found out about this yesterday. Oakley is being currently used as the detour route for Hammond to get to the federal courthouse and the Lake County Courthouse. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to support this request. I'd have to ask that you deny this request.
Okay.
Motion to deny this request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter B, agreement to purchase real estate located at 5625 Alice Avenue, submitted for approval. Take it we're good.
Part of the Jacob Square thing, right?
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, agreement to purchase real estate located at 5517 Beale, submitted for approval. It's also signed.
Motion to approve.
I second that.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter D, right-of-way permits, looks like there's 3 of them, received from engineering, submitted for approval.
Good morning.
Morning, Mark.
All of these are from Comcast. I met with Bruce Long of the Water Department. He's good with all of them. I'm good with all of them, so I recommend approval. They're rather small ones to begin with, so.
You said Bruce Long? I like the guy already.
How about that?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter E, disposal authorization received from Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval.
Oh, good.
Good to go.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, request for a late rental registration hearing, submitted for approval.
Motion to set the date for June 13th, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter G, garage sale permit, submitted for approval. Flip her over. When they were selling flowers there, I believe. Yeah.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter H, notice of violation hearing for 52 Carroll Street.
I'd like to request a continuance until June 20th, please.
June 20th? Okay. Yeah.
Motion to contain the matter for June 20th, 2020.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter, where are we at?
Aye.
Aye. Title sheet for new traffic signal at Sportsplex submitted for signature.
This refers back to the earlier project, item 37C. We'd just like the board to sign the title sheet for the project to go out to bid. So
Gotcha.
if you could please approve that.
So is there any action, do we need to approve this?
You need to just sign the title sheet.
Okay.
So authorizing the board
The
to
signature.
sign the title sheet for the project.
Okay.
Motion to authorize the signature.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter J, gas station exemption for 7305 Kennedy Avenue.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I had received this letter to inform me that I'm not in compliance with what is it called? The camera system being connected with the police.
Correct.
But it's not like a compliance issue and stuff. I hadn't contacted Officer Guti, and he had informed me that it's connected, but the speed was slow for some reason.
Right, he told me that you were working on your cable there, trying to get updated for speed.
I had, yeah.
But the reason you got the letter is because your cameras weren't functional.
Okay.
And there was some cleanup items still cleanup things that weren't done. Have those all been done?
Yeah, this, everything, and I sent him a couple of pictures, and I have a couple of pictures here to show that everything is done. Who should I show the pictures
No,
to?
you're fine.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at it. Where have you gotten so far with the speed for the internet?
So I had called AT&T, and they came and looked at it, the lines that we have currently, and they found a little problem, and they fixed it. And since then, I've been back and forth with Mr. Gotti to find out if the loading is good enough. And I also called AT&T, and I ordered another device, like a wireless device, just in case if that doesn't work, we could add this, and I have the sheet to show it.
Can we have that? Can we
Yeah.
have that? Okay, come on up.
So this is the device that I have, but I haven't connected to find out if that will be good enough or not.
Okay, so I have been speaking with Lieutenant Gotti. He did say that you were doing everything you can to make it functional. So as soon as that's functional, completely functional, you'll probably maybe we can notify him that everything's okay. We'll also, in the meantime, check and make sure those other items were cleaned up around the gas station.
Sure, yeah,
Okay?
no problem.
And we appreciate you being
Oh,
compliant.
no problem at all.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We want to,
Any sense that is?
no, I don't think, he's going to have to come back.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Okay.
no action, yeah. Okay, we're now going to move down to number 11, rental registration hearings. Letter A, I'll go through all these, 6149 Marshall Avenue, 4433 Pine Street, there's two, 1315 170th, 850 Michigan, 2060 Sherman, 6938 Walnut, and 2710 164th Place.
Yes, I believe these are all Mr. Mosa Mansour's properties, who is here on Zoom. I believe he is also associated with 7021 Colorado Street as well. Is that true, Mr. Mosa?
Yes, it is. My nephew's also on the Zoom. His name is Bashar Haddad. He's on there too. But if you want to speak to him, you can talk. He's next to me.
Can we bring him up or?
Hello?
Hold on one, sir, we're trying to see if we can get your picture up. Okay, can you repeat what you just said, please?
Yes, those addresses are correct, and 7021 is my nephew's property. He's next to me also. He's also on the Zoom call. His name is Bashar Haddad.
Okay, are you gonna be?
But if you'd like to speak.
Well, we're gonna need to speak to him when we get to that address.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so go ahead with these first addresses.
All right, so starting off with 6149 Marshall, Mr. Mansour owes for the year of 2024. He's been the owner of this property since 2016. This property was late in 2021, per the notes that we have from Commissioner Farrell. So I'm going to provide you guys with the.
So
Hey guys, hold on 1 second.
it was waived?
1 second, by law.
It was waived in 2021.
Okay, do you know off the other properties he owns, were there issues with those properties?
So Marshall, Pine, 70th Street, Michigan, Walnut, 64th Place, and Colorado were all a part of a meeting in 2021, which were all waived at that time, per the notes that we have.
Gotcha. Sir, can you tell us what happened? Why were you late?
2021 or this time, sir?
No, this time.
This time it was an honest mistake. I actually, same day, I have a store in Crown Point, and I completely missed the date. And when I realized it, it was already too late, and I do apologize. I try not to be late. 2021 was a problem with something else. There was nothing to do with me being late. This is my first time. I do apologize, and there's not much to say. I was late.
You said you had nothing to do with 2021? You weren't the owner then?
No. It was just it was a mistake that we had to correct. I had to find the receipts that I did pay.
So you're saying you paid, you weren't late?
The ones in 2021, no.
Okay, we're gonna have to see, because we're inclined to probably assess a late fee.
It was a receipt I had to bring in, then it got waived, and then we took care of it.
Yes.
This time it was my fault for sure.
So I have the notes right here. It says.
Well, whose fault was it in 2021, sir? I mean, if you own the properties, wouldn't that be your fault also?
Correct.
Okay. So I think we should. Sir, is it the same reason for all the properties listed that you were late?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And they were all part of the 2021 thing,
Yes,
correct?
I have a note for each one that in my file.
So.
Are all the rest of the properties on here, is that for just 2024?
Yeah, yes.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
We normally only extend that courtesy of waiving the late fee once, and it just happened in 2021, and I just don't understand why it happened again in 2024. It's not that long ago.
Like I said, it was an honest mistake, sir. I have a lot going on in my life also, and I really did forget. And when I did remember, it was too late. I really do apologize, and it won't happen again. If it does, that's on me. It's just an honest mistake.
Let's do this one. And this one.
Marshall and one.
Yeah. Okay, so sir, what's going to happen today is we're going to assess a late fee for a couple of your properties, and you should be very thankful for that it's only two. I can tell you that if you're in front of this board again for the same reason, it will be every property, just so we're aware, okay? Just so you're aware.
I appreciate that, sir.
Okay, so we're going to do that today, but please make sure it doesn't happen again.
Motion.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Motion.
Jeff, do you need the other sheets for the?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get you those.
Motion to assess the late fee for 6149 Marshall and 6938 Walnut, and to waive the rest of the late fees on the other properties.
I second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, sir, and you said we can speak with the owner of 7021 Colorado?
Yeah. Let's start.
Okay, can he tell us what happened? Can you tell us what happened, sir?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot what day it was supposed to be, and I was just late.
He was late also in 21?
That was also a part of the 2021 as well. Should be in the note on that I gave you.
Yeah. Okay, sir, I'm sure you heard him. Me just tell the other gentleman, we only extend that courtesy once. unless there's a long period of time. So we're going to assess the late fee for your property in hopes that you understand that it can't happen again.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay,
Motion to assess the late fee.
I second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Make sure you get that paid right away.
Yes, sir, no problem, thank you.
Okay. Okay, moving on to,
Can I get the total amount? I'm sorry. What was the total amount for my properties?
Well, do you want to, we'll have you send it, Chris?
Okay.
yeah, Chris will talk to you afterwards, okay, sir?
Appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
moving on to letter C, 4319 Toll Avenue, it's 3 properties. Hi, sir.
Good morning.
Could you give us your name, please?
Jose Navarro Acosta.
Okay. Could you let us know what happened, Mr. Navarro Costa?
Yes, I bought this building late last year, and I was aware it was due in April, but I didn't know I didn't know it was cut off. I thought it was all the way to the end of the last day of April. So,
Is this your first property you've owned?
in Hammond? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, first property.
Okay.
Yes, I have the information. Mr. Acosta has owned the property since late of 2023. This was his first time buying a Hammond property. I did speak to him a little while ago. I informed him every year by April 15th must be turned in. Make sure he gets copies of the form so he has them on hand. And my recommendation would be to waive the late fee this time.
Okay, Mr. Navarro Costa, I'm sure you heard, we normally only do this once, so just please make sure you make note that every year you get it paid.
Yeah, it's an expensive
$5
fee.
is much better than 500.
Than
so,
1,500.
Okay,
Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sir, if you'd like to, you can wait after the meeting and pay for it today if you'd like.
Sure.
Just you can have a seat, we'll be right with you, okay?
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to letter D, 1312 Lakeview.
Who's here, huh?
Okay, so 1312 Lakeview, the owner, I believe when they submitted this, they were applying for 2023 because it was before the deadline. But seeing as they are not here at this time, they are now late for 2024 as well. So I believe we'll be sending this to collections with Kevin Smith's office. So I don't think we need to do any action with the board right now if we're going to send it to collections.
Well, I still think we need to apply the late fee, correct? We're going to do that? You're already doing it already? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything else? You good?
No, that should be it.
Okay, thank you.
I just, the late fees we applied to Mr. Moses properties, which ones were those?
Marshall and Walnut.
Marshall and Walnut, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was very generous, by the way. Okay, moving on to number 12, meetings now open to the public. Does anybody have anything they want to say? Chief, you have anything? Okay, good to go.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.